Hello? Leslie, you're on mute.
What shall I? Oh, sorry. Can
Yes.
you hear me now?
Yes. Good day. Good morning.
Good
Magandang
morning.
araw sa ating lahat. Yes, so my name is Irish and I will be one of your hosts for today's FHS Live. And to those who have missed, again, my name is Irish and I'm from Team Kulturang Noipi. And I have with them for for almost 7 or going 8 months already. And with me, I have our there lovely other lovely newbie host, Leslie.
Hi, everyone. Hi, good morning, Irish. My name, hello, everyone. My name is Leslie, and I'm from Team KN as well. Same with Irish. So we are your hosts for today's
Yes.
FHS Live.
How are you today, Leslie?
I'm good. It's really a good weather here now, so I'm um I'm really in a good mood now. What about you?
Yes, it could be better, but yes, still the weather is not so bad. It's cloudy, it's gloomy, but better than the previous days.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, so before we are about to officially start, kayo pa rin ay nanonood sa aming programang FHS Live. Ang pinuno ng programa ay si Sally Ria Malayan ng De Filipinske Hjelpesamfund i Norge or the Filipino Helping Society in Norway. In short, it's FHS. Mapapala. Mapapanood ang programang ito sa aming FB page at YouTube channel.
Yes, please
Yes.
watch.
Yes, and for our today's topic, it is working overseas, its expectations versus reality. So, have you ever thought of working abroad? Of
Mm,
course.
of course, we all
Yes.
dreamed of working abroad someday and see like the other
Money.
side of, yeah. Aside from that, yeah, and
Yeah.
all those
So,
in the movies and the TVs. So
exactly.
yeah, so I think
So,
everyone.
we are going to dwell and talk about it in
Mhm.
today's topic.
Yeah, so we all dream of exotic adventures and career boost, right? I mean, everyone
Yes.
does. But let's be real, it's not a walk in the park or it's not very smooth sailing. From language barrier to culture shocks. So we will try to cover it all for today's live. And
Yes.
yeah, so are you ready? So are we all ready? So
Been
let's
ready.
so I think we're ready to hear out or our very first speaker or our very first guest. Let's all welcome our guest, Zin Mi Shar.
Yes.
Yay!
Tan, tararan, taran.
Hi!
Hi.
Hello.
Yes, hello. We're so glad to have you.
Thank you. So happy to be on the FHS Live as well.
Yes, and yeah, because this is also my first time to meet Zin. How may I call you?
You can call me anything. You can. Fun fact: my name is Misha. So I don't have surname. So all the you know words are my name. So sometimes my friend will call me Sha or Zing or whatever you like. So yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. And this is exciting. Could you tell me more about yourself then? Because you said your name is just all first names.
Yeah, yeah. Exciting facts is, let me introduce myself to everyone. I think some of you will already know me, but those who are watching and those who are new, who haven't met me like Irish before, my name is Zimisha, and I'm from Myanmar. So uh, we are very, very, close neighbors, Philippines, Myanmar, Thailand, all these countries. And uh, like, just now I said, like my name, a lot of people in Myanmar, we don't carry surnames. So sometimes, it's different when we fill in the forms or, when we talk to people and they thought our last name is our surname. Actually, no, it's our last name, like
Mm,
it's our name. So yeah,
okay.
it's quite fun to talk about it. It's a good startup of conversation. And uh, I'm currently in Norway, and and I'm working as a PhD research fellow and in Nord University, but I'm not in Oslo. I'm in Levanger, so it's like a north part of Norway. And yeah, so I'm really happy to be here, and yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, thank you so
Okay.
much.
So let's.
Yeah, hi, I'm back. I'm sorry.
It's good.
So, that's really thank you for being present in the live, Zin. And ah, my first question is: have you ever thought of working overseas when you were a child?
Mm, I think so. I think mostly when I was about around the age of 16, 17, I started to think I want to first I want to study, overseas, and then afterwards I want to work there. And the reason why is because I feel like um, I could like learn something about other countries. And I was we as a family we didn't really travel a lot when we were young, and I feel like that will also give me a lot of like experience going to another country and working, um, and really learning their culture, the working style, the experience, as well as like to be able to immerse myself into this new environment, which will give me, of course, inevitably challenges and but also exciting opportunities.
Oh, wow, that's really, really very nice.
I
Um,
think most of us has been thinking of working overseas. It's always like
yeah,
it's greener on the other side of the mountain, so we
yeah,
always like, oh, I want to try that. It looks better than here.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally what I felt when I was like in my country. I was like, oh, I'm seeing the same people, the same environment, So I'm just like, okay, I want to get out somewhere and try to like make more friends in other places, because I think Myanmar is also quite homogeneous. We don't have
Mm,
many multicultural, I mean, except for the ethnic
mm,
groups. So we always like doesn't really have a lot of cultural differences with each
mm,
other, and I feel like maybe at least in my place. So it's always like a thrill for me to think about, how what it will be like to interact with people from other cultures and other countries who speak different languages from different upbringings. So that's my initial thoughts, of course, before I go abroad to work.
mhm. I see. And was Norway your first choice to like go abroad, or have you been?
Yeah, I have been to Singapore before. So
Mm,
I think because when I first went out of countries, I'm still quite young, and I I mean, like it's safer to go nearby, and
yeah.
that's
Sure.
what I feel, and that's what my family feels as well. So I choose Singapore at the time to study, and afterwards I worked there for 5 years, and
Mhm.
afterwards I moved back to Myanmar, and afterwards I like, okay, I should go somewhere else again. And I got this opportunity
Harder.
to, yeah, yeah. And Norway was, Norway, I've studied here before. So I know a little bit of, I mean, not a lot, but a little bit about the country. Of course, I'm still learning. But I really love the place and I wanted to come back
Mm,
here. And this or opportunity comes at and I'm like, oh, that's a very good opportunities. I can come back to Norway and learn more about the country. So that's how it happens. Yeah.
mm, I see. Yeah, and you also said that you want to experience different culture and different like immerse in another culture. So what were your initial or that was your expectation when you were a child when you were like you wanted to go to travel abroad or working abroad? And what were your initial expectations when you decided to work overseas? And so those, and did it match up with the reality?
Yeah, I think it's very great question. I
Yeah.
pondered about this, and I think I have to go back to like very long ago before I really decide to come. I think a lot of the time I mean, for me at least, I haven't really been traveling a lot of places, so I
Mhm.
feel like I always see all the positive and romanticize
Mhm.
all these
Yeah.
great places that I could visit and people I would meet. And I mean, very rarely I would think about like challenges that I might be facing in a country.
Yeah.
And um, like especially for me, I think maybe quite a lot of Asian, household as well that we are very close to our family, So when we moved somewhere, we first time we were like, oh, we free, go.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe the first week will be nice to have, but then outside you feel very homesick, and
Mhm.
you feel like you can't do everything by yourself. You need support, and you're not able to have like friends or community that would resonate with you. And I think that's probably the part that I didn't think a lot. And of course, yeah, I think I look at a lot of like online, especially before I come to Norway as well. Because I mean, I feel like Singapore, I might feel a bit closer because of the
Yeah.
nearness of and very similar culture. But Norway is quite different, and I don't know anything about the country before I come. So I have to do a lot of research, how is it, how it's going. So I think my initial how do I say mindset before I come to Norway is like we are too different, right? Like
Mm.
I'm someone who is very different from people in Norway. But then I think that's a pleasant surprise when I come. I don't feel that difference
Mm.
that much, right? I mean, of course, there was like a little bit of language barrier or something that I don't understand, but I feel like it's a lot welcoming. Uh,
Mm.
than what I probably initially thought. And they are
Um,
also quite very, very welcoming, very nice people. And I'm lucky also to have colleagues who are very willing to, even I couldn't speak Norwegian, so they will help me, when I started speaking very, very broken and very maybe probably they don't even understand, but they were like, oh yeah, you're doing well, and all these kind of encouragement. So I feel like yeah, I think sometimes whatever we expect could be different, but
mhm.
I think it's very important that our mindset and adaptability, it's
Yeah.
in the right place, and we yeah, I think we strive through and we have good friends and family, even if it's back home, supporting. I think we can do it anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
with technology now, so it's you can't really feel very far from them, and also you can see them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that was really uh I mean, as you mentioned, that we must be adaptable when it comes to changes, because there are really very big difference from our home, our comfort zone to here. But good thing that your colleagues are very really nice with also with the language barrier. It must be very hard.
Yes, yes, that's
And
true. Yeah.
aside from that, from the language barrier, can you share a specific challenge or obstacle you faced while working abroad that you hadn't anticipated?
Mm. I I think maybe um I can say about two experiences because in
Mhm.
Singapore I think the main thing will be again culture when I thought
Mhm.
it's very similar to us, but it's also very different sometimes.
Mhm.
And Singapore has their own very unique culture way of speaking, and
Oh,
yeah, sometimes we call it Singlish. After 5 years, I can
okay.
and start to understand. It's like a mix of some Malaysian words and Singapore and some Chinese. Well, it's quite very beautiful when you really listen to it. And but of course, like initially, I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I don't understand. And my English probably wasn't that good, so I thought like I'm missing English words, right? Like they are
Mm.
speaking very good English, but I'm like catching up. But then afterwards, I understand those are not English words. Those are something
Mhm.
very unique to the culture, and I feel more at home at that time. And of course, Norway, it's as I said initially, I'm quite worried about coming here because of big difference
Mhm.
that I anticipated. So I try myself to read and like go around internet to search whatever the things I should be doing or I shouldn't be doing because I don't want to offend other people. And I
Mm.
think yeah, I think the challenge could be that at the first when I meet people, I might feel a bit like like I'm already having this kind of preconceived knowledge and
Yeah.
I'm like not very natural in the way I'm trying to make friends or talk to people,
Mhm.
and they might probably feel that as well. And yeah, I think afterwards I'm trying to erase whatever prior knowledge I have, and I'm trying to really uh, talk to people as if they were people, right? Like because we are people, we are human, we actually, even if it is very big difference that are there, we
Yeah.
think the same, we uh, sort of like we have this kind of similar thing that is going on in our life, right? Yeah, we all have families, we all have friends. So I think I thought everyone as like someone that I can talk to, and
Mhm.
afterwards it's totally changed, and I feel more at home. If I do something I thought I'm doing wrong, I openly ask them, or am I, doing something wrong? Am I offending you? Am I saying something wrong? And they were like, oh no. And sometimes they can be also like, if you become more like closer and they can be very honest and they're like, oh yeah, I think you should do that. It will be better, something like that, right? So I
Mm.
think that's how you start to build this kind of
Connection.
relationship with
Mhm.
people. And I think that challenge is like the first time I was a bit, you know, tense.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like
That's really.
I don't want to step on the wrong foot or sort of like mindset. But afterwards, I'm like, people make mistakes. I'm sure they'll
Yeah.
understand and be open, be transparent, be honest. And I think it reflects, and they also become very open, welcome, and feel comfortable around me.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think
Exactly.
the first few days or weeks or months can be
Mm.
very, very hard for us not from here. I think
Yeah.
we all relate to that, right? The
Yeah.
Irish?
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Zin, how long have you been in Norway?
Yeah, that's
I was in Norway from 2018 to 2021 when I was
mm-hmm,
studying. Then I went back to Myanmar
mm-hmm,
for some years, and I come back to Norway this April. So yeah,
Okay. So you
oh,
just
I'm
got
here.
back.
Yes, I'm just back. So yeah, so this but in different town. So I'm also
mm,
learning a bit more about this town and the people because Trøndelag is a bit different from the Oslo, and they
Mhm.
are also yeah, they are also quite friendly and very nice people. I mean, I might have been very lucky to be in this place.
mm-hmm,
Exactly. But yeah, I would agree with the thing that sometimes, for example, if we read so much on the internet before going to a place, sometimes you get like cramp and you think like, should I do this? I think I shouldn't do this because they say that this is not allowed here. It's like, you know, these
overthinking.
stereotypes that you've been reading or hearing. Uh, then you become like kind of question like, should I go, should I not, should I do it? And yeah, that's for me. As a I tried to do read things, of course, but not too much because
Mhm.
I always like to be like surprised, not really surprised, but at least I'm not going to carry a burden of always questioning should I do this or not,
Mhm.
just to feel ease when you are going to one country. But that's also my opinion. Mhm.
No, I think that's
Mm,
very smart. And I totally agree. I think, yeah, I think we sometimes overload with information and we forgot that everyone is different and you are different. You know, the people that you are
Yeah.
talking to are different. So my experience is not like exactly gonna be similar to
the
other
same.
people. So
Mm.
I think being open mind and be positive and trying to, be honest will probably, give, make you go far and then trying to be, closed and not really opening to people.
Oh, so and Zin, I have a question. So you've been in Norway. You were in Norway last 2019 to 2021, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Were you working at that time or you were studying?
I'm mostly studying. I work
Mhm.
part-time, but it's
Oh,
yeah, it's during like
I see.
non-study period.
And what about now that you are back? Are you working or are you still
Yes,
studying?
yes, I'm working. So I'm doing PhD. So I'm employee at this university, and
Mhm.
we work on projects. And yeah, so it's quite exciting. But I'm just starting, so
Uh,
it's been 1.5, a little bit over months, and yeah, I came in Easter. So,
oh,
and I also experienced September here. So I think
yeah.
I come in the right time.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think you came in the
Yeah.
right weather as well.
Yes. Yes. It's very, very sunny now. So I'm gonna go around, walk around and see. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
for that a long period of time that you're working, do you have some pieces of advices that you can leave to our viewers who is considering working abroad or here in Norway, maybe?
Mm. Yeah. I think for work in Norway, I suppose, um, I think I can actually tell from my experience, and I think that might be resonate with some people as well. Um, I think we really need to have like people, right? Like that
Mm,
supports you or a community, or yeah, you have your family at home, which is great. I mean, I'm sure you can talk to them, but having some people here that you can have, you can ask for suggestions or advice or even have small talks that will be quite crucial as well. For example, when I first come, it was like Easter, and I
mhm,
didn't start working yet because it was so there's a holiday time and I don't want to work and nobody. So but they have
Oh,
Hi. We can't hear.
okay. There's
Yes.
we can't hear
Still not.
you.
Not yet.
Still not.
Yeah, so for a while, let's try to talk to her because
Oh,
she's in mute. I think.
maybe she's having trouble
Yeah.
again.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
that's
now.
better. Okay.
Sorry, I think my headset was out of battery. Yeah,
That's
sorry.
fine.
That's
Yeah, I
okay.
was yeah, I think for me, I'm like someone who's a bit of introverted. Is it a word? Like
Yes.
I am quite difficult for me to come out of my shell to talk to people and all these things. But along the way, I feel like sometimes you don't need to like go to big groups and talk, right? You can actually talk to one person, 2 or 3 people. So yeah, I think I was like joining lunch with big groups. So sometimes they are talking Norwegian. Then I'm like, when they are very nice people, so they were like, oh, when I come in, they will started talking English for me. So I'm like, yeah, you can
Um,
sometimes talk Norwegian. I want to understand as well. So all these things, right? I think that makes us closer. And I think, yeah, I think those are little things that I want to give people advice to. It's when you come, just try not to isolate yourself without anyone around you. Of course, you might meet some difficult situation you might be in, but that shouldn't really make you feel like something wrong. People majority are very understanding, and if you honestly tell them like, oh yeah, I'm having difficulty, I'm having difficulty to understand something, then they will I mean majority will be happy to help you as well. And of course having a community, that for me when I joined here again, I have no one right, like I had friends in Oslo but not here in Levanger. And I think, of course, my colleagues are a community, but I also need like a new community that I can do things outside of my work, and that also like FHS is a part of it, right? Like I joined FHS, and I feel like although we have maybe I'm from different culture, everyone is very welcoming, very nice, and I think I can also like um, have something to lean on. I have support system outside of my work as well. For example, if I have some questions about something, if I don't want to ask my colleagues, I have someone to ask to. From applications, you have friends, right? Things like that will really help you along the way, I suppose. And I think, yeah, that's probably a sort of advice that I have
mm,
a lot of people. Yeah.
Well, that's a really
Yes.
nice advice for people
Yes. So
like
we
us.
need support system.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
uh, really needed, especially if you are working abroad.
Mm.
I
Mm,
mean, a good support system, of course.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much for those for the pieces of advice that you've mentioned, and for also I hope that our viewers have learned or uh, heard what you have talked about your experiences or the expectations versus the realities of working overseas. And I hope they've learned from that because I and Leslie also
Of course.
actually, yeah, I learned. You have to have a good
Mm,
mindset
yeah.
to survive.
And
Yes.
yeah.
Totally. Totally. Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
you can talk to people. I think if there's like any difficulty, I think that the main thing that changed me from when I was young is that one thing. Because when I was young, I was like, if I talk to someone, if I ask for help from someone, I might be troubling them, it's like, am I inconveniencing them or I feel shy?
Mm.
Afterwards, I'm like, it's okay, right? Like people
Yeah.
wants to, and sometimes we just need to ask. And if they can't, it's
Mm.
totally fine as well, because of course they might have their circumstances, not be able to help you, which is fine. But at least at my own experience, 90% people are willing to help with things
For
that
sure.
you don't have. And even if they can't, they will, recommend you to someone like, okay, this person might be able to help. So that you how you got like things,
Mm.
yeah, support from people.
Yeah.
Yes. And for everyone, Zin is also from our team FHS, team newbie in Norway. So I and Leslie are from team Kulturang Norway, and she's from team newbie in Norway. And for today, aside from being our guest, she is also going to show you or present to you the mm, activities
Sure.
that their team is doing. So let's
The
try
floor is
to
yours, Vin.
look for our. But while waiting for the presentation, maybe Zin can also say what is their team all
Yeah.
about.
So as I said, like the very, I mean, best decision probably that I've done when I come to Norway again to work is joining a team, a volunteer organization, and I chanced upon the FHS. And when I'm going through FHS orientation and looking through it, I resonate with Team Newbie in Norway because when I first came to Norway at the first time, I also feel like newbie, right? And I can resonate with new people who are coming here. And as I could say I'm like in the middle of you, not very experienced. So I really resonate with that. And of course, Team Newbie in Norway is one of FHS core team. And our team, Team Newbie in Norway, we have activities and events mainly focused on like integration, like name for example like improving immigrants Norwegian language skills and knowledge of Norwegian society. And I'm also a part of Norwegian language class, so I can tell that it's very helpful and very very important as well to learn a language, not just only to learn to communicate but also learn to understand the culture and be
Yeah.
able to you know be like in the society a bit more easily. And also one of our permanent activities is digi seminar, where like immigrants can gain valuable insights into like Norwegian culture, lifestyles and social procedures and rules. And as I said, it's better to hear from people like who already have experience. So I think instead of internet or something, and I think that will also be very helpful for everyone. And of course, we also have this month's DG seminar. It's on May 28th at 4 p.m. And we'll be discussing like labor laws and discrimination together with juridics around giving for Ukraine. So I and all of us from Newbie in Norway would like to invite everyone to join us next week to answer some questions and improve our knowledge on Norwegian labor laws further. So yeah, I just want to invite everyone as well, and you can always look at our activities on our Facebook page and all the social media. Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah. So thank you.
Yes, so that's under her team. Newbie in Norway. So, of course, everyone for our viewers are all welcome to join them. Or you can also have any questions. You can also always send us a message in our Facebook page, FHS or the Philippines Kayapo Sampun i Norge. Yes. So super or many thanks to you, Zin. And I hope we are gonna meet in person.
Soon, soon, soon.
Thank
Yes,
you so much.
soon.
Soon, soon. I mean, like very far away from Oslo, but I'm sure I will have a chance to visit and meet
Yeah.
everyone one day.
One of these
So
days.
much
Yeah.
for
Thank
inviting
you and
me. And,
enjoy your weekend.
thank you. You
Thank
too.
you.
Yes. So that's informative from our guest and co-volunteer Zin. I'm
Yeah.
confused how to call her Zin.
Yeah, there's a lot of names.
I want to call her
Yeah.
all her names.
Me.
So she is
Yeah.
from Myanmar. And
More.
for our next guest is a friend, and she is from the Philippines. Currently, now she's in Norway. So I hope that we could also get such much advice or pieces of advice from her. So let's welcome her. It's our friend Janice. Hi,
Welcome.
Janice.
Hi,
How are
hi,
you?
hi, hi, Irish. Hi, I'm good. Hi, thank you for
Yes,
the invitation.
you're most welcome. So, before we start, could you tell me more about yourself? How long have you been working abroad? Where and when? Char, just kidding.
Oh, uh, I'm actually new here in Norway. But it's my second country. First, I worked in Singapore for 5 years, and last uh, last September I came here in Norway for a better opportunity. And yeah, I'm excited also to be here. Yeah.
Yes. And yes, so what you said for better opportunities, of course, to work abroad. And are you happy of the choices you've made?
Uh, uh, I was happy uh, because my main goal is really to have a better life for my family, and that I can achieve by like earning a salary beyond what is available in the Philippines, because yeah, it's very hard right now in the Philippines, especially that the inflation is very high. And in a fantastic perspective, yes, it's very hard to say that I'm happy because uh, working abroad is far from my family, my mom, which who is 73 years old, and every day I regret that I am away
Um,
from her, not taking care of her. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's always the crucial or the most one of the most challenges that we face, especially for an Asian or Filipino who
yeah.
have these close family ties.
Yeah.
Like
Very family
if you
oriented.
are
Mhm.
leaving your loved ones just to go work abroad for better opportunities. So yeah, that's
Better.
mostly what we can hear from people
Yeah.
working
Yeah.
abroad.
Yeah. And
But
also,
yeah,
uh, I can say that another factor is uh, sorry, I can hear sound. Sorry.
oh yeah, it's okay.
Sorry.
One
Sorry.
second. Yeah.
Uh, uh, yeah. Another factor is that I wanted to gain experience and more knowledge in my field of work. And by doing that, I get the opportunity to collaborate with other foreign individuals, and I get to enhance my skills and yeah, capabilities.
Yeah. And by the way, yeah, if I may ask, what profession do you work, or in what industry?
Ah, ah, I work in an offshore industry, marine and offshore, and I started my marine marine field work in the Philippines in Subic in a
Mhm.
shipyard, and then I worked there for 5 years, and then I get the opportunity to work in Singapore for a marine company also, and yeah, last year I was given the opportunity to work here in
Wow.
Norway, and I grabbed it. Yeah, and yeah,
Wow.
I work as a material handling engineer, but unfortunately I ended my work, so I now focusing on finding a new job.
Yes.
Wow.
Why
Yeah,
not? Better
yeah,
opportunities ahead.
I thank
Oh,
you. Yeah,
Yes.
hopefully soon.
Yeah,
yeah.
so you are also same with the Zin, that she
Yeah.
was also in
In
Singapore for
Singapore.
Yeah,
5 years.
yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
I watch her interview. Yeah.
Have you met her? Just kidding.
Maybe.
No,
From the
I
streets
have
of
a lot.
Singapore.
I have a friend also. I got two friends from Myanmar. So yeah, they're really
Mm.
nice. They're very uh, jolly. Yeah, because
Wow.
I was also involved in the uh, lector in the Catholic Church in
Mm.
Singapore. So there are a lot of Myanmar friends also. Yeah.
Mm. Nice.
Good. Yes. And what support systems did you rely while living and working
Mhm.
in Singapore or Norway?
Yeah. Yeah, in Singapore, I relied to my friends and colleagues. They have supported me. We got each other's back, and because there it's like also working in Philippines because there's a lot of Filipinos. Unlike
Mm.
here, that when I came here, it's very different because I don't know any. I knew a few, but it's uh, it's different because it's really far, and also the environment is is different. The
Different.
weather, yeah, and yeah, I came here 8 months ago, and unfortunately, I had a terrible experience, traumatic experience, and my support system was and is the Philippine Embassy, and they supported me
Mm.
in the best way possible, and I encourages me to gain friends, and that's where I met Irish. Yeah,
Mm.
and yeah, until now I'm 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 still in contact with the embassy and asking for their uh, continued support. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. I'm happy also with our embassy here now.
Yes, they are really also very prompt in their in every questions or every issues I had. Yeah, they're very responsive. Yeah.
I
Yes.
haven't been to the embassy yet, so yeah.
And also, yeah, the ambassador is really approachable.
Yes.
He's really, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, he's very like awesome. Yeah.
Also, for those who want to visit the embassy,
Yeah. Mm.
we
He's
Yeah.
have an
very,
advice,
very
but yeah.
he's very helpful.
Mm.
Yeah. And I hope
Yeah.
that Janice is going to join also our organization. I've been inviting her. Of course, she wants to join, but also the problem is that she's also living in Drammen. So sometimes
Yeah.
with the length of the travel time sometimes as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yes,
Maybe sometime when she has the time already, and Drummond is not that far, I think.
yes,
Mhm.
it's not
It's
that
not that
far,
far.
but yeah, the time. Once we have the time,
Um,
1 day, 2 days.
Mhm.
Yes.
One day,
So
maybe
yes.
later.
So do you have any advice to our viewers who are planning to work abroad or to move overseas? What advices or what advices could you share for them or to them?
Yeah, being away from our home is really mentally challenging. And based on my traumatic experience, a very terrible experience, I can say that maybe, or my advice is that maybe we should not be, or uh, not too naive as I was, because,
Yeah,
hello,
we're here, so
Yes.
you can
Hello.
continue, Janice.
ah, hello, sorry.
Yeah.
My advice is maybe mm, don't too naive as I was, and yeah, sometimes it's trusting so much to someone can sometimes lead us to harm or danger. Mm. But to end this with good notion is that uh, we have to stay connected with our loved ones, and we have to consider asking for support if we encounter uh, bad experience or challenges. And by taking these steps, we can make our transition to working abroad uh, in a most enjoyable way and a more successful way, and allowing us to fully utilize whatever available here in Norway,
Yeah.
especially that here actually now I'm jobless. I didn't know that I can apply for the NAV and for the unemployment benefits. So yeah, that's one uh, advantage of working here. So we just have to seek help and seek advices also from others. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I
very
can
nice
Yeah.
say.
advice. Because I think
Mhm.
uh me personally, I mean, every one of us will really have a hard time, and there will be a lot of challenges, but at least
Mhm.
you made it there.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
have a good support system that could at
Mhm.
least help you when you
Mhm.
needed them help, or
Yeah.
pieces of advice from your support system who knows the how the stuff or the rules around in a certain country or organization.
And
Yeah,
also,
because yeah, mhm,
go ahead.
it's very very different here. It's like uh it's because in Singapore it's very very like strict. It's here it's like it's more like liberated. Yeah. So it's two different culture. Yeah. And
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
And as you mentioned also that the best way is to yeah, contact our embassy. Yeah, for
Yes.
if you
Yes.
really need
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
help. Yeah, so
Mm.
that's really
Yeah.
a good
That's
advice
mm-hmm.
Oh
for
yeah,
Because
that's
they are always
actually
there.
that's actually one of the first thing that I do
yeah,
when I move to one country or if I plan to live there for quite long. Always save the contact of
number.
the embassy, know where the embassy is,
Yeah,
save the emergency
emergency.
phone number of the
Mm-hmm.
embassy because
Mm-hmm.
even if they say so much bad things about a specific thing, you don't know what's gonna happen. So
Mm,
it's still good to have their contact phone number
Mm-hmm.
because you will need it. You may not need it, but it's still good to have it and you know where to run because again, we are in a different country. The
country.
only place you could go that you're allowed to at
Mm-hmm.
least, it's no
Mm-hmm.
boundary, is the embassy.
Mm.
Yes.
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 Yeah, and they all also know the rules and whatabouts of
Mm-hmm.
the foreign country that we're living. So that's really very
Mm-hmm.
nice to
Mm-hmm.
know their
Mm-hmm.
numbers and locations and whatnot.
Yeah. Try
Yes.
and ask. There's nothing to be, you're not going to lose anything. If they
Hmm.
Yeah.
help, that's good. If they did not, at least you tried.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. So, yes, Janice, thank you so much for
Yeah.
being with us and for accepting sharing your
The-
Thank
time
you.
with us.
yeah,
Oh,
for
it's a
sharing
pleasure.
time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a pleasure
Mhm.
We,
to meet. Yeah, to meet you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
thank you,
thank
I
you.
wish
And I hope
you. I wish you good
good
luck and
weekend.
yeah, yeah, good weekend.
yeah, good
Thank you.
weekend.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
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 And
Yeah, so
for
that's
now,
yeah.
before we are going to have a short break, we are going
Mhm.
to have or listen to Harana Punata.
Yeah, let's go ahead and listen to the first song,
Mhm.
um, which is Aking Pagmamahal.
Aking pagmamahal. My
Yeah,
love.
my love in English. So, to our online viewers and overseas Filipino workers or workers, let's hear the first song.
Yes.
Bumito na handa akong magbago para naman sa iyo lahat ay gagawin. Huwag ka lang mawalay sa'kin at ang puso't isip ko sana iyo ring akinin. At maramdaman mo sana ang pag-ibig sa iyo't isasayangin ang pag-ibig na inalay mo. At handa kong baguhin ang lahat-lahat sa akin. Mahalin mo lang ako, yan lang ang tangi kong hiling. Ipagmamahal sana na may maramdaman at malaman mo na ikaw lang tiyang laman ng isang tulad ko na umibig sa iyo. Sana'y dinggin ang mga panalangin at awitin kong to. Aking pagmamahal sana na may masuklian at ang nais ko lang sana iyong maramdaman ang isang tulad ko na umibig sa iyo. Sana'y dinggin ang mga panalangin at awitin kong to.
And we're back. I think you're mute.
Yes.
Tayo.
And we are back. So that's aking pagmamahal from one of our volunteers or one of our, I think it's one of our, there. And yes, it's and this is really nice. So I know that baby, what's her name? Erin would be so happy to listening to this. And yes. Yes, aking pagmamahal by our VP or Vice President.
Whoa. I didn't expect that.
And she's also from our team.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and since it's Kulturang Noy Peace time, it's time to shine. We are going to present to you also our team activities before we
Mhm.
continue to our beloved last guest.
Yes.
So for Team Kulturang Noipi, or in short we call it Team KN. Ah, 1 second. Uh, let's wait. Where's the presentation? So previously, one of the Team Nin or newbie in Norway, and we have a second team which is wait there, Kulturang Noipi. Why is it blurred? Maybe here. KN. And we also have a monthly activities. So for our monthly activities, we are, because it's Kulturong Noipi, we have divided them into three. We have Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And for Luzon, we have the activities which are Bugtungan, Salawikain, Lutong Pinorsk. And for Lutong Pinorsk, we are inviting anyone who would like to send their entries. So this is like a mini cooking vlog. So if you would like to show us some of your secret recipes or cooking skills, then you could contact us through our Facebook page or just send us a message also towards our Facebook page. Visayas, we have FHS Live and Harana Punata. So this is this activity that we are doing. So every month we have a different topic. We have different topics as well. So for today's topic, for this month, we have this working overseas expectations versus reality. And lastly, Mindanao, beauty of Norway, cultura trivia, and Numbalik. And again, we are inviting you, of course. You can also send entries, especially for Beauty of Norway. These are pictures that you have taken, of course, in Norway that you would like to share to us or to our viewers. So these things, you can find them again in our Facebook page. Yes, so this is under our team.
What is the Facebook page, Irish? Maybe
Yes,
you
so
can
our
share it.
Facebook page, that's going to be, oh,
Oh,
I
there,
can't find it
there.
here. Not down. The Philippinske
Down.
Yelta
Yeah,
Samfun I Norge. So you can
just
type that,
search.
search, and you can find this
Yeah,
logo.
that's right.
And yes, or you can send info also to our email, which is info fhs wait
Info.
info
Yeah.
at fhsnorge.org, or visit also our website. It's written down the screen, which is www.fhs.org.no.
Yes, yeah. Which is,
And
yeah,
because we, of course, saved the best for
for
last.
the last. So
And
let's,
yes, of as one sec. And for the previous guests that we have, both of them have been working in Singapore and
Singapore.
also now in Norway. But
Yeah.
for our third guest, she also has a different, let's say,
Background.
visa status or status here in Norway because she came here for a family reunification. So she came here to be with her forevermore.
Wow. Sana all.
And Leslie, who is
Yeah.
our
So let's welcome our last guest, but not the least. um, our third guest.
Tan, tararan, tada.
Ding, ding. Yeah.
Good evening, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone, and to all the viewers of FHS Live. Good afternoon.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon, Raya.
Yes, good
Good
afternoon, Leslie, and good afternoon, Irish. So
afternoon.
nice to be here today.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. That
You joined us.
yeah. Now maybe you can introduce yourself for the viewers.
Yeah, I'm Rhea Liza. I came from Philippines. I came here last March 14, 2024. Uh, I came here with a D visa. So for those who have not known yet, for those who are applying for family reunification visa, you can apply also a D visa. This allows you to travel in to Norway while waiting for the approval of your family reunification visa. So that's what I'm doing now. Instead of me waiting in my homeland, Philippines, so
Mm,
I am allowed to wait here until my family reunification is approved.
wow. Very fresh in Norway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good thing that you also had a experience really nice weather when you came. Not really that
Oh,
very.
I managed to experience the last touch of winter.
Yeah, at least the last touch, not the introduction.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, Araya. And so let's dig into the questions. So, the first question is, what were your initial expectations regarding job opportunities when you decided to move abroad for family reunifications or
Oh,
reunification?
I expected less because, there's a big difference when it comes to education system here and in Philippines. So I'm not I know in the first place that what education I have in the Philippines, maybe or the profession I have in the Philippines, I won't be able to practice it here right away. As for
Mhm,
me, I'm a registered nurse in Philippines, and
mhm,
I know it or I did not expect that I will be a nurse here right away. That
mhm,
I really need to work more for me to be
mhm,
able to become one here. So
mhm,
that with the thought in mind, so I have lower my expectations. But I know in here in Norway, I will be able to find a job that sufficient enough to what you call it to be able to provide the basic needs. The ratio here when it comes to commodities and your salary is I think that you can live with that. Unlike at in Philippines where I coming from, it's a big difference. You really need to do some side hustles for you to be able to provide well for the family.
yeah,
Yeah, I
it
would
must be
agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think we all know that the educational our education, even if we finish college there and then here when we come, we can't really have the same opportunity from our
Yeah.
homeland to here
Yeah.
because we
Or
haven't.
that's
I think
yeah,
we
that's the
haven't had our
challenge.
senior. Yes, because we didn't experience the senior high yet.
Yeah, we
Uh,
We
don't have
didn't have.
senior high school, so it's just
yeah,
that senior high school curriculum we have now is so new.
yeah,
Yeah.
very
So the
new.
K-12 for Filipinos, the K-12 is just few years ago. So
Yeah,
for those
recently.
who didn't have the under K-12, then it's a bit difficult when we are applying, for example, in Norway, because the educational system is going to show, for example, for us that we are lacking few years of education. So unfortunately, so I think same with Rhea. I would say the same. Like even if I finished my bachelor in the Philippines, if I come here to Norway and work on the profession that I would like to work on, then it is difficult because again, we are lacking few years. But of course, with
Mhm.
perseverance, if you really want to work on your profession, then you need to persevere and, as they say, no pain, no gain.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
really.
you need to
Mhm.
work hard. But we know that here when you get that education, you will have really a good working environment, as well as you will be paid well with all your
Yeah.
efforts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
very
also,
true.
if you're not picky with a job to suffice yourself, then you can get any jobs in Norway that could actually suffice you as long as you're not choosy on what
Hmm.
job
Yeah.
you would like to work on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because their minimum wage earner here can
Mhm.
live a good life. I mean, and in the Philippines, if you're a minimum wage earner, you're gonna be struggling to be
Yeah.
able to provide the daily basic needs.
Hmm.
But here you are sure that with just being a minimum wage earner, you will be able to eat and have some a little bit for leisure or something.
And also the education is for free.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for the kids.
Yes.
So yeah, and
So,
mm,
yes.
so
So, well, yes, Raya. So, how do your family reunion goals influence your career aspirations, if it does, and decisions as you prepare to work in Norway?
Oh, it did become a big influence for me, especially for me having two kids. Uh, it's their future. When I think about their future, I see that it's better for them to be able to thrive here because of the healthcare system, the education system, and the many job opportunities for them when they are here. So that's why we moved here from Philippines. It's really a big difference. Like me, I'm working already, starting over here with nothing, no job, and uh, starting with new language and these things it's hard, but for when you think about the future I can
yeah,
give to my kids afterwards, then I think it will be
worth
paid off.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
worth it.
it's worth the shot.
Yeah, and also if you think about family future, it would be really nice to live here, even if it is really very, or I mean, everyone of us really experience with the first days, first week, first months,
Yeah,
first
first
year.
months, yeah.
It's very difficult to adjust.
Adjusting
Mm.
to culture, to foods, even
Hmm.
to the climate.
Language
Yeah, language,
and
adjusting to everything.
weather, also like Filipinos are really warm, and then here it's like the weather. I
You
just
can just
feel
say
not
hello
both.
and finish with that. Hi. Yeah, it's a big difference. Especially uh, when it comes to like neighbors and these things. In Philippines, you can just knock, or you can
Ask for food.
chica chica with your neighbor. But here, maybe it feels like rude to snoop over or something. So
Yeah.
the differences and the adjustment that you will be making is very very big.
I'd
Yeah.
agree. Yes. So,
Oh, so,
Rhea, do you have any pieces of advice you could share, especially also to our viewers who has any plans or who has plans of reuniting with their family
um,
or maybe a family who's moving abroad?
Yeah, nowadays the family reunification process taking so long time. So for those who are on D visa like me, patience is a virtue. But know that most of those as getting that D visa uh, are mostly sure that our papers be approved, and also the family reunification having that will give us better opportunities when it comes to language course, uh, education, and more job opportunities. Also nowadays that it the there's already social medias that tight family bonding from Philippines. You need to hang on there and feel that loneliness, but at least you have your family that here with you. You have those
mm,
have the family reunification. You have your husband or you have your kids that be here with you. But for us Filipinos who have really close family ties, tatay, nanay, cousins, and these
mm,
things. So maybe just get used to being like in a tight family first. Have
yeah.
patience with that and just use the social media for when you
For
feel
now.
lonely, call your families and these things. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. We have social media
Uh,
now.
yeah, just look at it from the bright look ahead. That
Mm,
for in 2 years now, this I'm feeling now, will I be proud of it? Will I be find it worth it that I'm doing this? Yeah. Look at
mm,
it on the bright side.
yeah.
Just like Zin said, mindset.
Yeah,
Mm,
mindset. Because it's not that easy to start a new life here.
mm.
Living your life in the Philippines is hard,
And go
especially
back to
your
zero.
job, your friends, your family.
I could agree
Yeah.
to that. I've been living as well for few years by myself. I have like what I wanted, and I've been an au pair. And then after au pair, it hits again the reality of starting fresh,
Mm,
like to
Yeah.
start fresh in a different culture,
mm,
and it's I would say maybe because of aging, it's more challenging.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
again, mindset.
mhm.
Yeah, face the challenge.
If you
Beautifully.
Accept
have
the
goals,
challenge.
yeah, if you have goals, then you have to not I'm not sure if it's suffer, but you have to survive to really achieve your goals in the near soon, very soon. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry. Yes, they'll face the challenge beautifully. And of course, we're all again here. We're all from same team,
Yeah.
FHS. So this is our, as we call it, our second home in Norway.
yeah,
So we can, I think it's also our support system for the members. Or of course, we are always accepting new members, new volunteers to join us
Mhm.
and to let you feel that you have also a support system or someone to support you.
Yeah, we're very welcoming family.
Yeah. That really
Yes,
helps that you
Yeah.
feel welcome.
Mm-hmm.
yes. And yes, Rhea, thank you for those advice, the pieces of advice that you have mentioned,
Shared.
especially for those people who are going
Mm-hmm.
for family reunification in Norway. And also, in addition to that, I would like to say it is always better to directly contact, we call this UDI or UDE
UTI.
for explanation if they have any concern. And again, we have social media, but don't rely too much in social media with the hearsays that you can't do this because it's like this, you can't do that because I heard it's like this. Again, better
Yeah.
directly contact UDI.
Yeah, and they also have website,
Yes,
so
because
they
it's
can.
easy. Their rules changes from time to time, so
Mm-hmm.
we don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and again, Rhea is also from another team of FHS, which
Yeah.
is HV. We
HB.
call them HV. It's easier for me to say it.
Yeah, because I don't know how to say it. I mean, just how do you say it,
Elsa,
Rhea?
Elsa,
Bill
oh,
did the head.
that one.
Yeah, that one. That team.
Yeah.
Yes, Rhea is going to present their monthly activities. And for our viewers, you can also, ta-da, there it is. Rhea will take the
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah. So we are under the sub team Healthy Oval Head. So every month we have our general activities that we gonna be presenting in different times or different days of the month. So first we have health promoters. So under health promoters we have healthy nurse and healthy tips. So in healthy nurse it is a guide about health, but the difference is this is written in Norwegian. So healthy tips is also health tips, but written in English. And also we have other sub team empowering us. So under empoweriness, we have this motivation. So these are like motivational words and wisdoms that we gonna be presenting either in a video or posters. Also, we have our help extenders. So help extenders, under this, we have our mismo, also charity podcast, merchandise and fundraising. So, and the last one is the carbon. This is under all the sub teams because the all the sub teams are helping each other in this Norway. So in this carbon, we are gathering information from those different professions that have their education or profession approved here in Norway. So this is like guiding you how to do how your education or how to become a nurse, a teacher, or an engineer here in Norway. So this is all the general activities of healthy ovid leadership.
Yes,
All right.
thank you. So, yes, maybe if you would like to work on your profession, especially for example us who are missing some years in Norway, then you can join us. You can join us on HV's activity Carbuin, career building or career builder to learn more about on the hows of to
To
become on
build.
a particular profession. Since here we
Yeah.
also have some guests, we have speakers who really went into the process of being to be in that specific profession. So, of course, they are going to share their experiences on how they'll give tips on how to be on a particular profession.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna guide through the process, what they had done for them to
Hmm.
be able to get that profession,
Mhm.
from
Yeah,
education to yeah, to being employed.
to be the
Yeah.
top manager. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Maybe someday.
Yeah. Some.
Yeah, so um, thank you very much, Rhea, for joining us in our today's
Yeah,
live.
thank you for having me too. It was really a great pleasure of mine. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you, and I hope you
you.
enjoy the rest of your
The
weekend.
weekend.
Yes. So, how about you, Leslie? What are the what is your initial expectation
Yeah,
when
it's
working
really different. I
moving
think I
abroad?
can really, yeah, I can relate to all the guests or the speakers because you will really not you will really expect that you will travel when you come here. We will do this and do that, and then when you come here, it's like boom, boom. It
Boom,
will be a
shabuya.
very yeah. It
Yeah.
will be very different from what you expect, but you as what the speaker or the guest have mentioned, that you really have to adjust and to be open-minded to the happenings and to the environment. You have to be very open and adjust to your surroundings so that you will be able to survive and live your everyday life. And after you've adjusted, then you can enjoy what's in here. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I think you have the same experience, or I mean, not really same, but near. Maybe you can share the
Let's
layer.
say on my first year, it's a bit different way because to I moved, and then on the first year I have to live with a relative.
Oh,
So that's quite for me. It's quite okay, but if you're
yeah.
living with your relatives, then it's kind of like you want to be free, but it's more difficult to be free. And
Yeah.
I was younger at that time, so I was 20 years old. And after a few years, I moved to Europe as an au pair, and
Mm-hmm.
I went there because I want to travel, and because also that's the only expectation I had. I want to travel. I didn't really care. This is the easiest way for me to get a visa, so
Yeah.
travel. But then when I went there, oh, this is what an au pair does.
Yeah.
What the
Same.
hell am I doing?
Same,
What
girl.
the I
Same.
mean, like, what the hell am I doing here? I've never taken a child. I never babysit. I mean, changed a diaper of a baby. I never done that before, so
Yeah.
it's new. But yeah, it's mindset. So I just told myself this is what I applied for. Just do what I'm told to do. I mean, not to follow what is it, but if I know it's right, then do it. And then the 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 thing that I am supposed to enjoy myself to travel. But of course, that's also very difficult during Corona time
Oh, I see.
because,
I can
like that,
imagine.
it's even worse.
Yeah, I
So,
haven't been here during Corona, so thank God. Yeah,
and
but
after that, I moved to Norway, which I kind of when my host family picked me up from the airport, and when I saw the view going to their place, I feel back home. I have that feeling to be home.
oh,
And I saw the houses. It's so cozy. It's not the big Norwegian houses like
mm,
most au pair that I saw. Their host houses are, it's massive. It's way
mhm,
different. But my host family, they were very welcoming. I felt home. It was very comfortable. They were really cool. I have the freedom I've been wanting to. I mean, they didn't care much about my time. So I enjoyed my au pair years. And after au pair years, reality hit me back that I need to work again.
Yeah.
When you
Actually,
get poor being an au pair, you need to earn now to
yeah.
survive or to, yeah, pay the bills. So, yes, that's
Mhm.
the reality of working
Being
abroad.
outside the
But
Philippines.
yes, if for me, it's again mindset, as what Zine said, adaptability, be
Mm,
open, learn
yeah.
how to read rules, visit the website in the Philippines. We have this DOLE, Department of Labor. You have these departments of, things. Open this website. Don't be afraid. Learn the rules. Learn, how to go around, especially
Yeah.
with the laws, because it's always save time.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And just to wrap up things, I think they have the same like uh what is it like they have the same piece of advice to like because human
Yes.
need human. So like like Zin mentioned
Hmm.
to like reach out to people because they're open, and then Janice said that reach out to Dole because it helped her, and then yeah, like and after Rhea said about because she has a
Yeah.
different yeah.
Because she has her family here. So also
Mm-hmm.
just be open, ask questions, don't be
Mm-hmm.
scared. Yes, and mm,
And
I hope our viewers also learn from our guest,
mhm,
especially for those who are listening who has any plans of working abroad.
yeah, true.
Mm,
So now ini iniimbitahan namin kayo na panoorin ang aming FHS Live kada buwan at iba't ibang topic ang tinatalakay namin. Kung nais nyo namang mag-email sa amin, isend lamang ito sa info at fhsnorge.org. Maaari din po kayong mag-chat sa aming Facebook page na The Philippines kay Yelpesum Yelpesumfon Inorge sa address na fhs.org.no.
yes, so thank
Yun.
you so much,
Sure.
and we hope to
Yeah.
see you.
And have
So,
a great
everyone,
weekend.
have a
Thank you
good
for
weekend.
listening.
Thanks.
Thanks for being with us this live.
Mhm. And yeah, for
Our last song.
I don't think we're going to listen to our song, but let's see
Mhm.
why before we are going to end what our guest guest not guest comments here.
Oh, comments. Okay.
So go team KN, HB and NIN. Yes, those are our teams in Philip
Yeah.
FHS.
And from
And Team KN green. from from also our technical for today, AP Jane.
thank you.
Go
From
Shar!
Lindsay Bayona. Go Shar. From Tuesday Bautista Tenerife Acker. Great job. Thank you po.
Thank you po.
And from our half.
Woof
Julie.
woof.
Go Team Lin. Yeah.
Part two. We're going to need another set. Just kidding.
Yeah, next month. Yeah, because it's
Next
every
time.
day. Um,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
yeah, very well.
Very well said.
Nice to
Yes.
know.
They could have,
Okay.
maybe they already met, but they didn't know. Great tip. Let's go for a trip. For a tip.
Great tip.
Yes. Go, Rhea. Rhea has a lot of fans.
Yeah. And
Yes.
done. Yeah, and that's
Mm.
it. That's
And again, you can watch replay on our Facebook
okay.
page. So see you. Good
And thank
weekend. Maraming
you.
salamat po.
Adabra.